The topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Camping Show. I am CW Getz.
And I'm Bianca Kuehl.
Good evening. It is Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. We have a icky 62 degrees day here. I say icky because it's just not nice. It's warm. I mean, it's sunshiny, but it's not good temperature. I don't like that. I have to put a shirt on, and I hate that. So that's just me.
Okay, so icky to you is crisp, refreshing, cool early fall breeze.
Oh, I hate that. Actually, you know something?
Okay.
I don't mind if it's raining as long as it's warm and like muggy and humid outside. I like that. Yeah,
so
but
that's not icky to you. Okay,
no,
so that's icky to me.
It's all about temperature, man. I mean, it can be wet, doesn't make any difference. But and sweaty is good.
I like rain. It gives me a nice little excuse to stay inside, have some soup. But I mean, come on.
No, it's all about temperature.
This weather's gorgeous. Don't listen to him. This weather's gorgeous.
You're an island girl too, so you would.
I am, but you know,
it doesn't get below like 80 in the islands, I don't think, or 75, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true.
I'll be there soon enough.
I have to tell you, I have to share you something. Remember, backstage we were talking before the show, and I said I'll share something with you guys when I get on the air. I'm having a little anti-pain juice here this evening. I should have got a straw. I think during the commercial.
Actually, I have mine.
Oh, look at you, right? Yeah,
this too is anti-pain juice.
What is in that green?
Depending on how you look at it.
What's in there? What is in there?
This is this is some tropical fruit mix, spinach and kale.
Wow.
It normally would have a whole lemon in here, a half a bottle of vodka. But I'm all out. I have to make an Aldi run soon.
No vodka. Interesting.
No vodka. No, not at this time. It's Wednesday.
Well,
I have to get through the rest of this week.
Well, there is that. The reason I'm medicating is because I had this is really gross, a cyst removed from my back yesterday. And I mean, and you don't feel it. I mean, you could feel them tugging. They're tugging on things and doing this and pulling. I'm like, what the? But And I saw this. I said, show me what you took out of there. And I'm expecting this small little cyst, and they're kind of gross, but interesting. And this thing was in this jar, was the size of a grapefruit. I'm joking. Not a grapefruit. I made that up. But it was the size of a golf ball. It really was. And I'm like, holy smokes. Am I going to not feel that? And he said, you'll be fine. I'm telling you, today I'm in pain. And last night was not a good sleep. So yeah, I'm
the doctor wrote you a prescription for Irish cream.
He should have. No, there's no prescriptions. I'm self-medicating this evening. So that is my little program going on here. So pardon me. But during break, I think I'm going to grab a straw. It's easier to drink that thing. Anyway. All right.
I know. I should have something for mine too.
Well, tonight's episode of the Camping Show is brought to you by Campground Views, making camping easier.
And Rutabaga Paddle Sports, providing time on the water.
Tonight's episode is Kuehl Kids, and it is Kuehl, but we're going to go with cool tonight because these two are cool, very cool, in fact. Kuehl Kids Summer Update 2022 with our special guests, Jonny and Collen Kuehl. Bianca, can you tell us a little bit about those two lovely individuals, please?
Yes. Michigan backcountry couple and co-host, Canadian native Collen Kuehl and American husband Jonny Kuehl, made no claim to being professional outdoor adventurers. However, both in their 50s have an amazing enthusiasm for paddling, backpacking, camping, and overlanding. They also find a great deal of pleasure simply sitting around a campfire, sharing a beverage with old friends and new friends alike. Their show, Backcountry Couples, airs every Thursday on YouTube. What's up, guys?
Welcome to the show, you guys.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. How are you two doing?
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah. And I gave Jonny a hard time last time I think it was in Wisconsin. I said, if I had a name like Jonny Cool, and you know something, maybe it wasn't then, it was some other time, but I said I would be in like LA, man, just guitar swung around my back and all that kind of good stuff.
And
It's
fun
just such a
fact,
cool name.
And there you go.
his middle initial is B. So
You did say
Johnny
that,
B.
right.
Cool.
That's right. I do remember that now. My God. And I
Yeah,
would
remember
definitely
that
be
at
there.
that bar that one night.
Right on, right
No
on.
question.
I think your parents knew what they were doing.
100%.
I have no
They knew
idea.
they were.
I even
Did you
asked
have
them. They
some-
don't even remember. I said, "Why
Did
did
you
you
have
get the
some-
middle initial B?" And I'm like, I don't know.
It's all
Johnny,
good
did
though.
you have some cool parents? Seriously?
There you go.
Yeah.
Must have.
And there really wasn't a meant pun there, but I go, yeah, okay. But you must have had some cool parents. Seriously.
Totally.
Yeah, that is so cool. Well, hey, I'll tell you what. We're going to see you guys in Wisconsin come March. And Bianca, even if at gunpoint, she's coming with us.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah,
Is
it
it-
was
is
such
this,
a blast.
Great. Newcopia?
10,000 more times more fun than I am. Trust me.
Yeah,
She is.
it'd be awesome to have you there for sure.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
want to be a bad influence is all.
Uh-oh.
I do that.
He
pretty
needs,
well.
he needs excuse.
We'll just follow. We'll just
about
follow
the
his
We'll
Polish-
lead.
just follow the lead, exactly.
We'll talk about the Polish girls on the LOT
Oh,
Airlines. And,
Oh no.
got them all in trouble.
Yeah, they were.
No,
right there with the
Johnny
Swedish
and
bikini-
Colleen.
Yes.
They were right there with the Swedish
You've
bikini
been-
team.
I love it. I love it. See,
I
yeah,
heard
knew this was
bikini. I
gonna
didn't
be
hear
fun.
anything else.
Right on.
What did you hear?
I just heard bikini.
Oh, wait,
I
what?
know. I said, yeah. With the
Johnny, are you doing
the
that
Polish
again?
girls, they said, yeah, they were right back in the plane with the Swedish bikini team.
Uh
Oh, these were Polish girls. These were Polish girls. Yeah, I don't know. You know,
Stop it.
speaking of that, Johnny, are you still wearing those bikinis, or did you give that up?
He is a
Leave that
fan
for-
of Speedos.
That was so loaded. That was such a loaded question.
Leave that for another
All right,
show.
Bianca,
Electric
take
glue.
control.
yes, yes. I'm grasping now. So how have you two been since you were on the show for the Outdoor Broadcasters episode back in May?
Oh, we're doing very well.
That
Been-
was in May? Holy moly.
Yeah.
I know time's just flown
Yeah.
by.
That
Summer's
was
gone.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been great. I
yeah,
mean,
done a lot of trips.
we've done about 10, 12-ish trips kind of since then. We try to go at least once, maybe twice a month, which is awesome to get away with. Yeah, we've been looking for property up in the UP, so that's been exciting.
Yeah, that's
We've,
been a lot of fun.
Connected with some of our backcountry couples. So that was kind of fun too.
Yeah.
Couples.
Yeah.
Couples?
Yeah, we've hanged out with a couple of couples.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. So that's been really fun.
Tell us about the prospective move. Are you guys looking to head out of town, and what's that all about?
Totally. So yeah, once we find it, I buy it, we move to it. That's how it's going to be.
That's a pretty simple program.
It is.
Very
So
simple. Out of the city.
yeah,
Totally.
actually we're moving up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And just we're gonna buy some property. We're gonna build our own little space up there. And it's gonna be
Homestead.
yeah, and it's gonna be a welcoming space for our outdoor community. And I'm calling it, we're gonna kind of create a little bit of outdoor hospitality. So we're going to have a little campground, a little couple
Oh.
Airbnbs. Yeah.
Nice. So big plans then. You guys
Yeah.
are really downplaying this move.
Are we?
Yeah, I mean,
It sounds like you guys have something
people.
brewing here, unless plans are,
Things are
You're not-
happening for sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good.
You know, it's funny. I think honestly, I could see you two. I almost spilled my drink. This is a bad deal. I can almost see you two in a Airstream cruising around the country, doing a show wherever. Which is, by the way, what I would think I might try that one of these days.
I like
But I
that
can
idea.
see you two doing that. You ever
Yeah.
consider that? You ever think about doing that?
We've actually, with a friend of ours, talked about doing a van build out.
So what does that mean? Talk to me like
So
I'm
like,
four.
like the big Sprinter van kind of thing, being able to live in it and then, do whatever remotely, buy Starlink and you can go anywhere.
That's
Oh
true,
yeah,
too.
absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely.
And we actually did do a kind of on location backcountry couples interview, and that was really fun. And it was a couple who thought, they were like, oh my god, they're so shy, and we want to, don't want to do it in front of all the people. So it's kind of, just the two of us and the two of them, and we recorded it, and we were just like, maybe that's a thing, like a backcountry couples on location or something.
Yeah,
I think that's
so
a
that
great
kind of
idea.
worked out cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's part of the fun.
No, I think that and honestly, I can see you guys doing that too. I can easily see you guys doing it. I didn't think Sprinter van. I thought Airstream, just because you got broadcast equipment, all that kind of stuff. You need some space,
Right.
Unless you get, I guess you can get creative in a van though. If you get a big enough one.
Absolutely.
You just camera, a little lighting, some signal, you're good to go.
That's true.
I think we could do a little convoy, and we could have the camping show and backcountry couples.
I think though that's what's great about technology these days, is things are becoming so compact, and just you're able to move things around and take things wherever you go, and nothing has to be anything big and bulky anymore.
Agreed, for sure.
Not to mention have an all natural backdrop instead of
absolutely being in your own natural environment kind of thing. I agree. There's something about that. Your natural habitat.
Doing an interview and a fox or a bear walks behind you and says, "Hey,"
right?
Just keeps on walking.
I like that with you too. Mm-hmm.
As long as they keep going.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, right. Well, there is that. Don't want to be someone's lunch. That's no fun.
No.
Well,
right.
Maybe it will be them, but not for you.
Right on.
So let's give us some details about some of these, pun intended, cool trips you've been on this summer.
Wow.
Give us some real good details.
I guess the first one we just did a nice local hike here just before Memorial Weekend.
Yep. It's the beginning of May kind of thing.
We just did a day. It ended up being a day hike.
Right.
So it was going to be, the plan was it's a 17-mile loop, and we just packed super ultralight, jumped on the trails, like Yankee Springs, just south of us.
Nice.
And we booked it to our campsite, and we were there by noon, and we were like, the weather was like perfect. It was like it was like low 80s, I think. Sun was out, blue sky, and I was like, we're already at our campsite, and it's like, and we only have like 5 more miles to go, 6 miles to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, we crushed it. It's like,
wait, you did
17
miles? You did 17 miles before noon?
No. We did. So it's a 17-mile loop. So the campsite, the campground is just a little over halfway in the loop. We only had like 6 more miles to go. So I was like, going by the weather, and I looked at Colleen, it's like,
how do you feel kind of thing?
How do you feel? Yeah. They said, this is like a beer and a burger on a patio kind of day.
That was the goal.
And I was like, she's like, okay, well, we paid for a campsite. It's like, okay, it was only like 20 some bucks. That's like
the donation kind of thing.
Yeah, we donated it to the local parks. And it's like, and so anyways, next thing you know, it's like, boom, we're back on the trail.
It was
and
awesome.
We crushed a 17-mile loop in the day and felt good.
Yeah, we felt really good. So our little thing that we love to do is we backpack, right? We love to camp, we love to paddle, and we love to overland. So we've done a few backpacking trips all summer. We did get our paddles wet. So we went to, we picked up my 2 boys and went to Algonquin Park
in Canada,
in Ontario, and did a backcountry canoe trip, which was the bomb. It was absolutely amazing.
5 days.
We did 5 days up there, so it was so good.
Weather, we had pouring rain to start the trip. And we started at Canoe Lake, and then when we got to our campsite, the wind picked up just a little bit, but it wasn't crazy. But the rain stopped, allowed us to set up our tent, and then we had sprinkles on and off. But for the most part, the weather was perfect until we left, or we were leaving the park, and it poured rain again. So.
Which you just take what you get. You know what I mean?
But we all had fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Rain can be fun though. Honestly, rain can be a lot of fun. It's not fun when you're setting up your tent, but it can be fun otherwise, especially when you're
Fortunately, we didn't have to worry about that.
Right. And if you have, it's like anything else, if you have the right tools for the job or the right gear, you're fine. It's not a big deal. We were all set, all good, no problem.
Yeah, rain gear,
pair of shorts and a hat.
Awesome.
Pair of shorts and a hat's all you need, really, right?
That's true too. Yep.
As long
It
as
could
it's
be
warm.
nice. It could be romantic. Cuddle up with your partner and just
Right on.
chill out until the rain stops. It's real
Yep.
nice.
That
What
is
if you're
a true
with
story.
what if you're with the same sex person and that cuddling thing? I don't know.
You're between sleeping bags. If you're freezing, it's okay. No?
Yes.
If
You
I'm
do
on a
what you
canoe
have
trip with
to.
another guy, there will be no cuddling. I'm sorry.
Okay. You better
Hey,
bring your
to each his
long
own,
johns
but,
then.
yeah.
Right on,
There
right
you
on.
go. So yeah,
Well-
we got to do the canoe trip, and then a fun fact that we had an island before.
Oh,
Have you been up
nice.
there?
No,
No.
I have not. Bianca?
So
No, but I want to.
you have to, and we brought our bikes.
Yeah. So we brought
So
our
we pedaled around the island, and it was such a
Wow.
great day to do. We'd never done that. Everybody needs to put that on their list for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
and it's way cheaper to bring your own bike.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
that, but it's just I think it's 8.1 miles around.
Yeah, 8.1,
Yeah.
just under 8.2.
Now, when you guys take off,
man.
you've got bicycles, you've got a canoe with you?
Kayaks.
We have kayaks, no canoe
Kayaks?
yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got kayaks, you've got
Yep.
bicycles, you've
Yep.
got base camp gear, and
Yes.
you've got backpacking gear.
Correct.
That's got to be one hell of a load.
So the funny thing
yeah.
is, it is true. So when we go on our big trips, you'd look in the back seat and we're like, do we really need all this stuff? And then we go on a 6-day backpacking trip and we have like 29 pounds of nothing, like it's
Wow.
nuts.
Yeah.
But you do need those things when you base camp or kayak camp or canoe camp or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
You bring
Yeah.
you have the ability to bring extra luxuries,
and
as we say.
we do bring those too.
Oh
for
yeah, to the
sure.
fullest extent.
Yeah,
That
It's
is
like
pretty-
multiple trips to load the car up.
I
It's
know.
like-
I know.
but your base camp thing is the Overlander.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yep. Our little Subaru, he's loaded up. So
I love it. What do you think you weigh when you leave home?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't mean
when
you
we're
guys. I
hiking
mean
or
your
over.
vehicle. I mean your
When we're
vehicle.
overlanding?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like how many pounds of weight would you
fully
say?
loaded, carry the 12. I probably throw in probably close to 400 plus pounds in the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got to crank up the air shocks a little bit then. That's wild.
Yeah, we got heavy duty shocks on the car, so
like
it doesn't. It does. We don't get no squat.
He's like, you're going down the road. Like, yeah, I can see that.
Right?
Oh, that's funny. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Kyle and I took his Jeep Grand Cherokee up some really, really, really rough terrain, almost just mountainous up in the Dakotas. And
Okay.
because lo and behold, we found out our Airbnb was up in the mountains and he had his BMW motorcycle in tow along with all of our other stuff.
Oh, wow.
And it did not work. It did
Oh, it
not
Did not
work.
work.
The suspension, and this is a Jeep Grand Cherokee, but when you have all that in tow, it's impossible. And oh yeah, his car was busted up for quite some time after that, but thank God we were able to get up the mountain, and then we got the car back down, and we just told ourselves we were just going to take the motorcycle up and then down. And that was an interesting time too, because we had to take the motorcycle back up the mountain at night. Oh, that was fun.
Wow.
And
Were
I
there
didn't know.
free-range cows?
I was just about to say
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh, you
free
might-
range cows out
just
there.
about to say that, and I didn't know there were free range cows,
Oh yeah.
and they were white,
Oh yeah.
and I completely freaked out because I heard a little rustling, and then there's this big white thing, and I'm like, "Ah!" And I jump off the motorcycle. Mind you, the motorcycle's going about like 4 miles per hour because we're going down rocks, and it's like we're on horseback at this point, and we're going, and just these big cows are just grazing in the dark, and oh my goodness, it was just about the scariest thing I've ever been through in my life.
Isn't it?
On a
I
giant
know.
baby, but that was quite the experience. But you live and you learn. You live and you learn, and
For sure.
For sure.
most thing, and you know what? You sit and you get back from the trip, hopefully safe, and you look back and you kind of laugh at those things later, and that kind of makes an experience. And especially when you're having those experiences with your partner, it just makes for good stories, and you bond
Always.
through things like that, I think. And those are kind of the adventures that you end up bonding the most.
Well, Swifty Paddler enjoyed that
Sounds-
story too.
Sounds like a backcountry couple, honey.
Yeah, I concur.
Nice guy. I really think you should, Bianca. You guys should definitely do it. You would come
I
up.
agree. I think Bianca, you're it. This is going to be fun.
I'll be in contact with you.
Yeah.
I think I got the hug.
Love
I'm
it.
reeled in. I love it. All right, we're going to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the camping show on W4CY Radio and Talk 4 TV after these messages. Stay tuned.
It is time to go camping. Introducing Campground View's virtual tours. You can tour the campground, see the sites, see if they are available, and click to book your perfect spot. Hit the open road and explore the amazing places found in nature. We make it easy to discover, find, and book your site so that you can go have the fun and freedom you seek. Campground View's virtual tours make it easy and simple for you to see where you are going.
A few years ago, someone asked Rutabaga's owner, Darren Bush, "Hey, how long have you guys been selling boats?" Darren replied, "We don't sell boats. We sell time on the water." Of course, that comes in all types. We help people paddle more safely with Rutabaga outdoor programs. We rent canoes, kayaks, and stand-up paddleboards. We sell and install racks to get you from home to adventure. Rutabaga's got everything you need to get you out on the water, like paddles, life jackets, dry bags, and clothing. Rutabaga Paddle Sports, on the web at rutabaga.com. Mention you saw this ad on the camping show.
And we're back with our guests, Jonny and Colleen Kuehl, here on the camping show. Guys, let me ask you, how did you both get started in the overlanding style of camping?
Good question.
It's like before I could tell.
So it all started with when we did a trip in 2018 to go visit my brother out in Washington. Did 14 days and 10 states and 5,000 miles. Anyways, we got back and of course, when everything went to hell, Colleen said, well, let's start a YouTube channel and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, cool. But we were thinking, it's like, well, we need like a logo or a brand or something like that. So I came up with the name Kuehl Quest. So just to play on words with my last name. And then Colleen found a logo with the two inverted K's. And that's like, perfect. So we had a vinyl sticker made up, put it on the car. And I said, well, we should incorporate the car, start an Instagram page and stuff like that. So I started going on Instagram and then just looking at things. And next thing you know, I'm finding all these overland style setup Subarus that are just like totally jacked up, winches, lights, all this. And it's like, there's a whole rabbit hole and a whole nother dimension of another element to add to our original paddle track camp. Right. So we added overland. And so going out and being able to get deeper into backcountry areas that, would take you days to hike into, it takes minutes just to drive back into, and then allow us to hike or paddle, farther than we normally would.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Very cool. And now were you both at the same time into this, or was this just kind of something you got? I mean, neither of you had done this before you got married, before you got together. This was something you did once you were married and you said, hey, let's both do this. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Lends credence to the backcountry couples sort of
It
thing.
does.
Yeah.
Totally.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's just the thing of like, no solo stuff here.
No solo. You
You
got to
ever
do it together. It doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah.
No, because who wants to go on a hiking trip? I mean, people do. Don't get me wrong. People do
it all the time.
Cool,
It's all the
great
time.
for them. But who wants to go like on a canoe trip? Who wants to go on a hiking trip or do an overland event with people and then just say, oh yeah, you should have seen this or you shouldn't have seen that. It's like, no, you should we will be there together doing it and experience the same way, right?
Yes.
All right, hey.
Experience. It's all about that. And even if you can just grab a friend, that's also cool too. Because I also think, there's also just being alone and I get that there's some serenity in that. And and maybe people like doing that, but also the safety aspect, like what if something happens and nobody's there?
Things do happen when you're by yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
that is true.
You got a Garmin, you get a sat phone, and of course, you have that security, and it keeps you in contact with your loved one, and so on and so
Bear
forth.
spray.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
But,
You gotta be loaded.
I don't want to come home and say, "Oh, you should have seen this," or
missed
out, or hey, look at the pictures on my phone, and be like, "No, that's lame," in my opinion. But it's like I said, that's our thing. There's other people that do solos and stuff like that, which is awesome, and that's cool. But just not us.
You can have fun with that too. You like make up stories about bear stories and go, there was this great big bear. You should have been there. Like all that.
Yeah, I caught this fish. He was like,
exactly.
Have you guys? I mean, you guys have had to have encountered, or had some encounters with bears or elk.
100%. We did this past trip we were just on. We were in Montana.
Oh, do tell.
Oh gosh, we were in Glacier National Park.
Okay.
And we didn't do any backcountry camping, but we did some like fabulous hikes.
Mm-hmm.
And one was it's called Hidden Lake. And you can get to an overlook, and then it's a 900-foot, basically sheer switchbacks all the way down to this gorgeous lake.
Right.
Get to this lake. We do filtering some water. So John, I said, I gotta go pee kind of thing, and there's an outhouse, right? So I'm gonna go to the outhouse, and I get halfway there, and I was like, no, I don't feel safe. I just want to get John. So I go get him. They got our bear spray, whatever. Go, blah, blah,
like,
takes me there.
Can you hold my hand? I'm like, okay,
go do my
fine.
business. I come out of the vaulted toilet. I lock it up, and I was like, what is that smell? He's like, you just came out of the outhouse.
It's going to smell like,
what are you talking about? I'm like, I can smell something, right?
Oh my goodness.
So we're about 30 yards back to the trail to like go back up to the mountain. And we get out to the trail and we start maybe like even 20 feet. And there was 2 trail maintenance guys working up on the trail for improvement. And they're like, don't move. There's a bear at the outhouse. We're like, what?
Yeah.
So I smelt a bear. It was 1,000-pound mama bear and her 2 cubs that had been frequenting that area.
She's one of the biggest.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
From what the DNR says, she's one of the top 3
park people, not DNR, but yeah,
park people.
Yeah.
She's one of the top 3 largest in the park.
I was like seconds. I was just there. We
oh
were just
my
there.
God!
It guided us, so we were going one way. They were telling us to stop, telling us to go, and then the bears made their way the other way. So I mean,
basically, we did a circle.
That's right.
Like, we were here, we were here, and she was here, and then we just kind of like circumnavigated, and we just like rotated. She went to exactly to the same spot we were at the lake with the cubs where we were just at. So we just kind of like rotated around and missed.
Yeah.
So
just didn't see them out of the way.
We didn't see them, but we saw, and there was other people down by the lake, but she didn't mess with anybody. She just did.
Could you imagine?
Did her thing and headed north.
It was about 30 yards, a little too close. But we were thankful that the people up on the trailhead, or not the trail, but up in the mountains and stuff like that, that they were just so spot on for that kind of stuff. So it was really, because they don't want you to run. They don't want they just say like stop, right? So it was good. But my heart was beating, not lying. I was like, holy moly.
I ran into up in the mountains in Colorado.
Okay.
There in the Rocky Mountains, we had a whole herd of elk. And I was how many? I had to say it up maybe like 10 yards away. And we were up really, really high. And as you get higher, you get into that. There's like the thick brush.
The alpine,
the alpine aspen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And this was like the first time. I think it was like the second time Kyle had taken me to Colorado, and I'm again city girl, newly out in the country type of thing, trying to, get some experience. And we get to these elk, and oh my God, I'm just like, Kyle's got the videos because he just thought it was hilarious. I just had a look of terror, and I was just like hiding behind rocks, and he's like zooming in, and he's like, Bianca, and I'm like, shh, shh, we gotta go back down. And I'm trying to get down and I'm going so far down. I'm telling you, it's like it took us hours to get up that mountain. And I didn't think I got down that thing in 45 minutes because I was like,
I'm not shocked.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
love it.
what's that?
Love it. That's a good story. I like that.
Oh,
And we have pictures too. We had gotten another time we'd gotten relatively close to some elk, and the elk was positioned in such a way that those selfies where like you're in a position near the moon and you got somebody that like holds up their hand like that
Sure.
to the side
Yeah.
of the moon.
Sure.
So Kyle was in a position where the elk was like right to his face. So I have pictures, and some of my favorite pictures of him where he has a bouquet. He's holding a bouquet of wildflowers that we picked up in the mountains. And so he's got his bouquet of wildflowers in his hand, and he's going out with these kissy lips. And it's like the elk and him with the kissy lips, they're like right together. And it's just the funniest thing in the world.
Oh my gosh.
That's a framer for sure.
That's a Kodak moment.
Yeah. Next time you guys are on the show, hopefully we'll have to like do something where we do photos.
I love that's a good idea. Yeah.
We got some of those coming up, actually. Yeah.
What?
We've got some of those coming up. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of that, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back with more of the camping show on W4CY Radio and Talk 4 TV. Stay tuned.
It is time to go camping. Introducing Campground View's virtual tours. You can tour the campground, see the sights, see if they are available, and click to book your perfect spot. Hit the open road and explore the amazing places found in nature. We make it easy to discover, find, and book your site so that you can go have the fun and freedom you seek. Campground View's virtual tours make it easy and simple for you to see where you are going.
A few years ago, someone asked Rutabaga's owner, Darren Bush, "Hey, how long have you guys been selling boats?" Darren replied, "We don't sell boats. We sell time on the water." Of course, that comes in all types. We help people paddle more safely with Rutabaga outdoor programs. We rent canoes, kayaks, and stand-up paddleboards. We sell and install racks to get you from home to adventure. Rutabaga's got everything you need to get you out on the water, like paddles, life jackets, dry bags, and clothing. Rutabaga Paddle Sports, on the web at rutabaga.com. Mention you saw this ad on the camping show.
And we're back again with our guests, Jonny and Collen Kuehl, here on the camping show. Juan, you've got some photos we just mentioned that Jonny and Collen sent us. Can you put those up there on the screen for us, please? There we go. What are we looking at here, guys?
This is us getting ready to jump on the Mackinac Island ferry to go to Mackinac Island. Those are our bikes right there next to us, and
super fun.
It was a fun
Everybody
trip.
needs to do that for sure. It's a great day.
I like that green bike.
Thank you. That's mine.
Yeah, that's Collen's green track. Mine's black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Hey.
Whoa.
Hey.
I think I recognize those people. And you know what day was that? Yeah, it was right after your interview.
Yeah, we were on with you and when you had Kevin Callan on.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Kevin. I hope Kevin's there this year in person so we can razz him in person. It's more fun.
I feel like the dynamics are probably going to change this year for that show. So
yeah, I hope so too. Good. I mean,
what does that mean?
Just get more people. Like I felt like there wasn't maybe as many vendors and stuff like that.
A lot of the Canadian vendors were not there.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of the issues,
border stuff.
It's not issues. I just say more border stuff.
Yeah.
I think I remember talking about that. That was kind of a border thing.
It was absolutely.
So as of the end of this month, things will be a lot lighter.
Yep, it'll be all good.
Cliff and Kevin there, and the hotel room and the TV out the window, sort of thing. Again, repeat.
There's always that story.
That sounds like a Motley Crue concert.
It really was. It really was, Johnny. I'm telling you. You'll never live that down. And monkey butt or monkey shoulder, whatever
Right.
it was I'm drinking, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Good.
this was up at Core, which we were just finished a 3-week trip. We were out west for a while, and then we ended up in Copper Harbor, the Keweenaw Peninsula.
So CORE stands for the Keweenaw Outdoor Adventure Recreation
Retreat.
Thank you.
So, and what we were talking before about kind of overlanding and getting to a spot to do what we call a hybrid vacation, where we would, paddle after we get there, or we would hike. And hiking and backpacking is totally our jam. That we were asked to do a backpacking seminar. So we brought our gear. We had an hour to chit chat with people who were interested in how we do things and what we use and how we carry stuff. And we had a prize pack giveaway too of some of our favorite gear
Nice.
vendors that we use. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that one of those little trailers, little teardrop trailers behind you?
It is. Yeah. That
Yeah.
wasn't us, but yeah.
That's not you. Okay.
Yeah, the lady the group, Cindy and Chad, that is their TC Teardrop, which is I believe made in Wisconsin.
I think they are made in Wisconsin,
And
actually.
yeah, that's theirs. It was set up as a base kind of a thing that we utilized because it was raining on and off all weekend long. So,
but yeah, that was fun. So much fun.
a lot of great people there.
Oh, that's the 17 miler day.
Is that the one? You're still upright, so that's good, man.
Oh, no kidding. No
I love it.
kidding. But we did. It was like, go.
I know it's early in the signal. Look at those
know, right?
white chicken legs.
Yeah, you have white legs there, honey. What's going on there?
Yeah, but they're sexy, even though they're white, right?
You're sexy.
Get out of here. Oh my gosh.
Drop it like a top. Oh boy.
But yeah, no leaves. Oh, speaking of sexy again, he doesn't have a shirt on now. What's going on?
That was in that was
That's
what
the
day?
way.
What lake was that?
That was Burnt Island Lake.
Yep.
So that was on our canoe trip in June up in Algonquin Park. And like John was saying, it was crazy rain. But we had one day of gorgeous sunshine.
It was like,
and that was the day.
Went from in the mid 60s to when like 78 degrees, and it's like,
wow.
Okay, I was hot.
It was great. It was awesome.
Had to shed layers.
We had big smiles, obviously.
I still kept my PDF on. So
always.
Hey, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
I love the way you wear that hat, man.
Thank you.
I stole that from Deliverance, right?
Always with the Deliverance references.
Right?
You hear banjos, just keep on paddling.
Paddle.
Right?
Paddle
Or, you know what?
faster.
In one case, you bring your own, and I've done that. I think Darren Bush might do that one of these trips. He'll bring his own banjo. Hear banjos,
Okay.
it's Darren.
Yeah. That is so good.
There we go. No shirt. That's sexy, man. I'm telling you.
Right?
Right there.
What is going on with these photos?
I don't know. It's like
Going out.
slowly.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't dig these up off the internet, man.
You got full jackets and jeans are just slowly coming out.
But wait a second. Can we I have to let's show some appreciation for that little, what is that? The little mini table you got?
That's
on the
attached
side
to the
of
chair.
I was worried
Yeah,
where she was
that is
going there for a
cool.
second. It was
So
like, wait a minute, what?
that is a king
Right.
camp chair, and it's a built-in table there. So
Yeah, there are.
I love
there-
it.
So this is
that's a luxury chair.
yeah, that's in Lake Michigan. So we were at a
That's very clear
actually
for Lake
we were in Little Bay to Knock.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's a
beautiful.
little cove on the Lake Michigan side, the southern part
Gotcha.
of the Upper Peninsula.
Yeah, gorgeous,
And
absolutely gorgeous.
Water
spot.
temperature was like upper 60s and
okay.
beautiful sunny day there.
Yeah, and we had gone camping with some a couple that had been on the Backcountry Couples, so it was kind of fun to meet up with them
Wow,
and have a great
cool.
day in the water. And yeah,
Just a little week. It was
Yep.
just a little fun weekend. We did,
Very nice.
It's got to
absolutely.
be the best looking Lake Michigan water.
I was
Oh
just
yeah,
going to say that.
it's
That's
so
very
clear,
'cause
honestly.
Oh yeah,
Gorgeous.
that's
Yeah, I
probably
went-
the best place to swim
was-
if you're going to do Lake Michigan.
Yepers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Superior is even.
Oh,
Wow, what a beauty!
See? That,
it's not any
there you go, man.
fish. It is
It-
not just any fish.
Oh
What
no,
What
it's
kind of
Wow.
fish
not.
is that?
It is a master angler
We should add a drum roll for
pumpkin
this.
seed sunfish.
pumpkin seed. Wow, because it's shaped like a pumpkin seed.
That's
So
awesome.
it is 10 and an 1/8 inch.
That one is 10 and 1/8. So to be a master angler, you have to be over 9.5 inches. So that
It's a big fish.
So she got a master angler, and it's in the process of
that fun?
Being stuffed and mounted.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
gonna get it. I'm getting it mounted.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Wow. Beautiful fish.
How long did you have to fish before you caught that?
Oh,
30 minutes.
not long. Like we had so much. I love fishing. Like I love it. It's
But she
so
won't
much fun.
eat it.
I don't eat fish. No, but I could fish
Oh,
all
wow.
day long. Get me in the sunshine, get me on a boat, get me on the water. I am all good to go.
But
It's amazing.
if you eat them, you can't stuff them then.
That's a true story. Yes.
No, actually, you can.
Oh no, that's true. You can. No, you can.
So if you take what
funny.
you can do is you take a picture of your fish, on all four sides, and you send it to your taxidermist. They can replicate that.
Is that right?
Wow. Okay.
So you can have your fish and eat it too, then, so to speak.
You can have your fish and eat it too.
Exactly. But in this case, we did.
I just made that up. I don't know where that came from.
That's nice. I like that.
That came from this, I think, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh gosh, that's too fun.
So yeah, she was very, very proud. She was
100%.
very adamant about getting a
Look at
master.
that smile. Come on.
Yes.
That's a cheese whiz smile if I ever seen one.
Yeah,
Right? Look at this fish I just
That's
caught.
just a gorgeous photo overall, too.
Thank you. It was such a great day.
Yep.
Oh,
So this is a little hike we did over on the east side of the state in Pinconning. So it was 11
something miles.
Yeah, just under 12 miles.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Jonny Collen, can I suggest something? I think that is your album cover right there. That photo is absolutely nothing short of amazing.
Looks pretty rock star, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think that should be your album cover right there.
I like it too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be it.
You look like rock stars. Well, you are rock stars. You should be rock. Yeah. Should have an
Bring
album
it
cover that's
100%, dude.
Love it.
Oh,
all right.
That
what are we looking at there? What's that big board?
Yeah, this is another spot you have to get to.
Yeah, so it's pretty sandy to get to that, but this is part of the Two-Hearted River.
Have you ever heard of the Two-Hearted River? You've heard of Two-Hearted beer? From Bell's?
From Bell's Brewery, the trout on it.
Oh, yes.
Number one,
okay.
Voted the number one beer in America.
Yeah. So this
Anyways,
is the Two-Hearted River.
So this is the actual Two-Hearted River where the beer is named after.
Interesting.
And we were just probably about a mile from the mouth that opens. Where is that? Lake Superior.
Okay.
But there's like dispersed camping all along the river. So we were at a dispersed camping spot. Beautiful, windy, but very, very beautiful.
It was gorgeous. Sure. So we were just almost on Lake Superior there.
Yep.
And to get there was a lot of off-roading, sandy. We had to air down our tires to get there and stuff. So it was fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because if you don't air down your tires and make them soft, you can get stuck.
Right.
Okay.
This was our just recent trip. So Logan's Pass is in Glacier National Park. And we were, obviously that's the Continental Divide. And we were just getting ready to hike a 12-mile day hike at just over 7,000 elevation. It was called the Highline Trail.
Mm-hmm.
And it overlooks the Going to the Sun Road. We were on probably like a 3-foot wide little ledge for quite a while to like around this mountain, up through alpines, mountain goats hiking, black bear hiking. It was just absolutely gorgeous. So that was definitely the highlight.
Yeah, we came across a mama and a couple of cubs on the descent.
We did.
Okay.
Again.
That's right. You were saying
right.
Did.
Yeah.
So that was a really
amazing.
I mean, it's one of those hikes that you wish you had like a 360-degree camera running the entire time.
Yeah.
You had unlimited storage space because every view you had from this point of view walking straight forward, and then you turn around and it's a whole nother other view. And of course, as the day changes and the sun comes in and stuff like that, the colors on the mountain, on the ridge and stuff like that, it's totally dynamic.
Yeah.
And of course, it was raining as well, off and on.
It was crazy.
It made it that much really, really cool. When we were at the 70, the highest point of the hike, I was keeping track of that. We were at 7,226 feet
Mhm.
above sea level, and we were like literally our heads, to coin a phrase, our heads were in the clouds.
They were in the clouds. Yeah.
Wow.
It was cool.
You could just see the cloud line, and as we rose up the hike, and you just come right into it, and it's like everything would turn blurry.
It was outstanding.
But
Mhm.
it was definitely recommended for
Gotta do it.
anybody who goes to
Absolutely.
glaciers, do that hike. It's
Yes.
not a very difficult hike, but it is an easy one, but it is pretty lengthy, and you have to be able to dress for all 4 seasons.
That's a true story.
Oh, wow.
Hence my toque.
Yeah.
Because it
I know, it's-
rained, we had sun, it got hot. It was, and some you come around some of the bends on the ridge, and the way the cold air that comes off the top of the mountains will come straight down on you, and it just feels like an impact of cold. So you have to, be able to
Yeah.
touch down as well.
Unfortunately, that's a lot of packing. Hey, Juan has a video, he said here. I do have a short video as well. Juan, what do you got for us? I'm curious. This was a cool video, was it not?
Yes.
Thank you.
So
Thank
that-
you. I
That
forgot
is the
about
back of our tailgate. It's our swing out cook system, and we were on. That's Lake Superior, and it's a little.
That was a campsite on Lake Superior.
Yep, dispersed
What?
campsite that we
Yes.
won't disclose.
It's a secret. Not supposed to- I know.
Yeah, no, it's your hot spot.
It's so gorgeous. But we were just like, no, we're gonna cheer CW, right?
Well, it was it's an
I
overland
love you
hotspot.
guys for that. You
Yep.
guys are my favorite. Hey, real quickly, you've got about 3 minutes. We're running down on time here. Actually, we got less than that. Now I'm looking at the clock. Can you give us a little sneak peek of what we can expect to see on your show, Backcountry Couples, this season?
Absolutely. We go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So show starts next Thursday, October the 6th. It is going to be a recap show, kind of like what this is, kind of, like catching up with what everybody did in 2022 for the summer.
Yep.
Last year we
7 p.m.
chatted.
Eastern Standard Time.
It is, yeah, on our YouTube channel. So the Kuehl Quest. Last year we chatted with 42 couples. It was highly ambitious. This year we have 30 that we're chatting with. Typically they're 1 hour, and they follow
It's never
what we
been an
do.
hour.
So they're people who paddle, they hike, they camp, they
Overlanders.
overland, basically, and they're just couples who do things together. They're couples who just like John said, want to do it, share it. It's those
And they're not all married. They're not all married couples.
no, and
They're
some
all-
of it just partners, which is amazing.
partners and friends,
And
collaborations,
business
and stuff.
collaborations as
Yes.
well. So that has been really awesome. So excited for that. So October the 6th. So next Thursday.
Kicks off. Yeah, next week
Yeah.
Thursday kicks off, and it's every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This bat channel, this bat time.
That's right.
That's awesome. You guys are. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Oh boy.
Don't their winter drink.
No, thank God it wasn't my drink. It was actually my little stand fell, but that's okay because
There
I
you
guess I
go.
don't need it.
Okay,
Well, I was going to say,
you're going out the show with a bang.
Yes.
where can folks follow you on social media other than your YouTube channel?
Okay.
So on our Instagram channels, we have two. One
We
for Kuehl Quest, of course, Kuehl Kuest, and then we have one for our vehicle, Jack, which is JACK, the number 4 STR. So it's Jack Forrester, which Jack stands for John and Colleen Kuehl.
Oh, cool.
I came up with that.
I like that.
Fancy. I know, right?
And
creative.
yeah, and of course here on YouTube.
Excellent. Well, we'd like to thank you, Johnny and Colleen, for being our guests here on the camping show. It was a pleasure. It always is. Whenever.
Oh,
we get
the
together.
pleasure's all ours. We love being on your
Yeah,
show, dude.
this was
Oh.
fun. I could hear about your adventures all day. We'll have to do this again.
Giggle fest right
Totally.
here.
Right.
Well, we might, because you will be
I
on our
feel like Bianca's gonna be a backcountry couple.
Totally.
Kyle doesn't
Yes.
know this yet, though.
I know. I'm excited though. I'm very interested because I really want to get back out there too. I
Good.
really want to get
Perfect.
back out there. Go. Colorado is our go-to. It always has been, and we do the trails out there. We go to Estes Park. It's just it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. We stay at these campgrounds called in Lyons, Colorado.
Okay.
If you've heard, check it out. Beautiful. But
Okay,
we do
very
have
cool.
to go. So I'd like to thank each of our sponsors for bringing you tonight's show, Campground Views and Rutabaga Paddle Sports.
Be sure to tune in for next week's episode, Equestrian Camping in the Western United States, with our special guest, Robert Eversole.
Until then, I'm Bianca Cahew reminding you, learn more, do more. Good night, everyone.
See you next week.